right, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors. Uniform personnel, attention. Present arms. Order, arms. Please be seated.
Welcome and thank you for coming here today as we swear in our newest officer, Karalyn Dehn. Karalyn becomes the third officer that we've sworn in this calendar year, joining Officer Joe Fitters and Brendan Sukas. I'd like to thank our Police and Fire Commission for all their hard work as they were tasked throughout the year for not only evaluating our new hires, but also the promotional processes that we ran. It's been a busy year. We appreciate your sacrifices and your support. Thank you, Mayor Swadley and council members for your continued support. Going into 2024, we're excited. We'll have a state-of-the-art body camera and quad camera system in place, as well as a professionally supported policy manual. I'm looking forward to both of those. Those will both lead to bigger things. The policy manual itself will lead to someday being accreditation for this agency. And thanking the citizens for all their support. Every day we get reminders that how much they appreciate us, and we remind them how much we appreciate their support as well. And finally, my staff for everything you do, all the sacrifices you have made. There's been a lot of shifts that have been left vacant, where you filled in on your days off, and I really appreciate it. And during these hiring processes, you've also came in at odd hours and changed your schedule, and again, I really appreciate it. Hopefully we are somewhat quiet, although we'll be swearing in another officer in 2 weeks, but all the work's behind us on that one. Karalyn, please join me. When we started the process, Karalyn's application jumped out at us. You brought experience to the table. Right away, we recognized that in today's dog-eat-dog environment of recruiting. Lieutenant O'Neill reached out to you right away. You made a very favorable impression. You have a host of things going for you. As I mentioned, you worked previously in law enforcement, including the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department and the City of Beaver Dam. You have experience as an emergency mental health worker and 12 years as a school psychologist. We'll definitely use that on shift, I'm sure. You're a mom, and we see that you're joined by your two children today, Evelyn and Henry. All these great attributes are wonderful as we evaluate an application. The selling point to me and to our staff was your passion to become involved in the community, how you care about children. It all seemed to mold into what we want. You had done your homework. You recognize that we are actively involved. We interact with the community as a whole. We have this honest atmosphere, and it attracted you. Your decision to apply and continue throughout the process, you reminded us you wanted to return to small city policing. You had worked in Beaver Dam, Stoughton, similar, a lot different than working for the Sheriff's Department in a setting, including the jail. So really appreciate that, and I'll quote you, this was something that stuck with me. I believe my professional and personal experiences would be a positive match for this department in the city of Stoughton. So that meant a lot to us. Your lens aligns with our vision. It really meant a lot. During the interviews, you impressed all of us. We really wanted to land you here, and here we are today, so I really appreciate it. It's that passion that attracted us to you. We're hoping that this is a long-term, that you enjoy it here and fall in like most of us have. As you begin this next chapter, I imagine your father, who is also in law enforcement, is smiling down today and just so happy. So I want to welcome you to our family and look forward to seeing you develop professionally. Mayor Swadley?
Thank you, Chief Jenks, and thank you for your leadership in the department. We've had to hire, as you know, many officers the last few years, and we've taken different approaches. The Chief, Human Resources, Police and Fire Commission members have been extremely flexible and adaptive to this competitive environment. And, you know, Karalyn, I just met you a few minutes ago, but I feel like I already know you from all the great feedback I've received from the Chief, from Police Fire Commission members, from fellow officers here in Stoughton. We appreciate you having you on board, and we're here for you. When Chief says, you know, family's here to support you, your family is more than just your immediate family, it's the entire city of Stoughton, the employees of City of Stoughton. Chief mentioned city council members, our clerk is here, we have somebody from IT department as well, fellow officers. We're all here for you and for each other. So welcome aboard. It's so great to have you here as part of our team.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor. Lieutenant O'Neill.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the badge pinning and kind of what that means and the process and how this goes. So you kind of hear a recurring theme tonight with family. So you brought the two most important members of your family, I think, tonight with your children. So is there anything embarrassing you want to tell us about your mom? No, we'll talk later. But no, in all seriousness, you will hear family a lot, and that's what it is. This department is great. You know, we kind of bond as a family. If you've worked for other agencies like you have, you've seen how some agencies that are larger, you don't quite get that bond that we have. And some smaller agencies are a little bit like a dysfunctional family, but we just have a little bit of that. I like to say we put the fun in dysfunction. So with that, I'm going to go into the pinning of the badge and some remarks here that just kind of ring true about the whole process. The pinning of the badge marks the beginning of a new way of life. Whether long or brief, any time spent as a police officer will forever change the person wearing the badge. The wearer of the badge carries an enormous responsibility entrusted to them by the community they serve and protect. Every police officer must know that by wearing the badge, they have committed and sworn to protect and serve their community. A police officer knows that they could at any time be called upon to lay down the ultimate sacrifice in the protection of their fellow citizens. Page 2. What we know as police officers, we will carry with us for all of our lives. The burden of the knowledge of those tragedies that we see, we will carry firsthand the knowledge of the evil that humans can do to each other. We will carry these things as part of us, and hopefully it increases our resolve to do all we can each day to minimize their effects on others. Police officers understand each other. We understand the responsibility, we understand the burdens, and it becomes a bond. And we take care of each other. And I think you'll see that here as we get going, in your career here. And as we take care of each other, we take care of our communities. And we become a family. Again, there's that family kind of connection. Karalyn, with your oath of commitment today, we welcome you into our family. We commit to you that we will provide you with the knowledge and training to the best of our abilities. What you do with that knowledge will be our challenge to you. As you move forward in your career, you will begin to understand what this commitment means and what it will truly mean to become a Stoughton police officer. Congratulations and welcome to the family. Now I will ask you to come up again, and I'll also call up Clerk Candy Christian for the oaths. Step up.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Karalyn H. Dehn,
I, Karalyn H. Dehn,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed
a City of Stoughton police officer
a City of Stoughton police officer
in and for the state of Wisconsin,
in and for the state of Wisconsin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin.
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin.
I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of a police officer to the best of my ability,
of a police officer to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Law enforcement oath. Right hand, repeat after me. On my honor, I will never
On my honor, I will never
betray my badge, my integrity,
betray my badge, my integrity,
my character, or the public trust.
my character, or the public trust.
I will always have the courage to hold
I will always have the courage to hold
myself and others accountable
myself and others accountable
for our actions.
for our actions.
I will always uphold
I will always uphold
the Constitution,
the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
Congratulations.
All right, now for the actual pinning. Who's gonna do it? Henry? Start it for you. There it is.
Try not to stand. Right there.
Perfect.
Thank you all for coming. It's the holiday season, so Merry Christmas. We have some cake and some coffee and some water in the adjacent room. Please stick around and join us. Thank you all.